Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Hi, yes.
Great,
Morning,
wonderful.
morning.
I am so happy to see your beautiful faces today. I have to say that today has been one of those days that we are like, oh my God, so many challenges. And I think that challenges really help us realize when we don't have challenges, and really appreciate life when things are calm. But definitely, we know right now that we are here together, and today is our December meditation practice. Welcome, Anissa and Shirley.
Hi.
I want to say to everyone that's with us today that Shirley is with us from Hong Kong, and Anissa is with us from Switzerland. And this is the beauty of technology. Sometimes people say that technology can be so cold. And the truth is that it allows us to have this great opportunity to see each other, to talk to each other, and to really embrace in spirit, on such a wonderful time. What we were talking about before we joined today was there's chaos sometimes in holidays. There are a lot of countries and cultures are celebrating their holidays, and everybody's running around trying to get things done. And amidst the chaos, we can find some calmness. So I think today's a great opportunity to really start finding that calmness with all that's out there, and also start thinking about our 2021 and how we want to enter our 2022. So Anissa is our coach, and we are so blessed to have her. Anissa has been with us, and the truth is that I wish I had Anissa every day. Every day, it would be wonderful. But we are lucky and really, mostly, we are really, really blessed to have you with us. Anissa, this is your space. Thank you, Shirley, for sharing this incredible moment with us today. And I just want to say welcome to both of you.
Thank you
Anissa,
so
start
much,
up. Thank
Virginia.
you.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here. Thank you for thank you so much, Marie as well, and Shelley to be here and yeah, bring this energy together. So looking forward for today's session.
Shirley, welcome.
Hi, hi, hi. Happy to be here as always. So nice to see you all, ladies, and everyone out there. And I love the way that you were bringing us into this discussion. Yes, believe it or not, the end of the year is already at our door, and we are charging forward to 2022, right? It's hard to believe, but there's so much we can co-create together as a community, or also for ourselves, our inner
Mhm.
peace and our intention. So I look forward to the rest of this session.
Thank you, Shirley, for being with us. I know there's a time difference, so I really appreciate that we all make the time to meet. And today, I would really appreciate if we could all start thinking about, first of all, what we've been through in our 2021 and those incredible learnings that we've had throughout the year. Uh, I have to say that even if I was a little apprehensive, I had to travel quite a lot in 2021. And I think that I never got sick because I really had this mental fortitude that my body protects me, that I am going to eliminate anything that is going to join me in a way that would make me sick. And I know that a lot of us during 2021 have been in this stressful moment, and we really haven't been able to embrace calmness because we're so afraid. So, Anissa, um, how do we continue towards 2022? Knowing that this is never going to go, probably is not going to go away. So it's something that is part of our day to day. And how do we then reinsert ourselves in our daily lives, knowing that these challenges are going to be there, but that we're going to be okay?
Thank you, Virginia. Thank you so much. Before going to that, because I have prepared seven tips that I would like to share with you. But before going there, I would like to ask also Shelley if there is any intention that you have or you have had from your friends or close people that they have strongly for 2020. So we can maybe talk about that as well. Is there anything in your heart that you say, or Virginia as well, that yes, it's my intention and I would like to work on it, or put my focus there?
Anissa, you mean for the next year, right?
Yes.
I would totally love to just forget about this whole idea of perfectionism and just not really holding myself back and not putting myself out there because I don't think I'm ready. So I want to go ahead and just throw myself out there, test my theories, and just share what I know, and just see how the world responds to that instead of just holding back, holding back.
Hmm. Thank you so much. Anything from your side, Virginia?
That's really powerful. Thank you. And I think that, Shirley, what you just said is so human, right? We usually, everybody sees things in us and people say, oh, you're going to be good at this and you'd be so great at that. And usually it's us, we do it to ourselves, that we just put limitations, knowing even when we know that they aren't any, we continue to do that. So I agree with you. I think that is a wonderful intention, to really start to let go of those limitations that live inside of our mind, and set free to all the beautiful talent, and energy that we have, and let it really do its job and what it's really meant to contribute to the world. So I agree with you 100%, Shirley.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, both.
I think Anissa is frozen, is it?
Okay.
It
Not.
is. Can you
Anissa, you
hear me?
froze. Okay, there she is.
Can you hear me?
Now, yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. So thank you, both of you. And I believe that these 7 points that they're going to kind of cover that as well. They're really main practices for myself, and they work. And they may sound simple, and they are simple. And once we would like really to apply it daily, then we'll understand the value. Because we human beings, we tend to do not like
Mhm.
simple things. We like complex things, and we think they're better because they're more complex. And the reality is that sometimes simple things work better, right? So I just go through these 7 points. The first one is the one that we're practicing here. It's about the slowing down, take a
Mm.
break, and meditate to rewire your mind. So it's funny, but we do produce 60,000 thoughts per day, even if we are not aware of that. And just for a moment, what are these thoughts? Of course, our brain are partially needed. I say partially because not whole time that we use the brain, we are using it for purpose. Sometimes we need our brain for planning, for calculation, and we need to do that. So we cannot calculate by heart or plan by heart. We need to use our brain. And from the other side, there are most of the time that we are rethinking of the unpleasant things that has happened in the past, or we are so anxious about future, and we usually go, we human beings, we go and consider the worst case that can happen in the future, and that brings us anxiety. So the a goal of meditation, one of the goals of meditation is really to rewire that and rewind our mind, to kind of disconnect with that type of thoughts and reconnect with our body and self, and bring us to the present moment to say, hey, has this has been done, let's see what we have learned, and future is not there. So put your effort, whatever you like, to create it. So it's kind of that help us to disconnect from a past and give us peace in present and help us to build a future. So
Right.
meditation is a dynamic, let's say, process. So the first things again is to realize it. I need to slow down now. I need a break now. So if you like, if you are watching this video afterwards, Maybe you like to put it on a post-it and put it somewhere. Slow down, take a break. Just some short meditation, even breathing. Two, by knowing this, that it's going to enhance your life because of that.
Mhm.
And here we can put two things that Shirley as well mentioned. So when we are anxious about future, kind of, can you hear me again? I think I'm done. Can you hear me? Okay, fantastic. So, or we have goals for futures, and we would like to perfectly make them happen. We get kind of anxious there as well, I believe, right? And what can be done? Um, the first things maybe work on self-compassion to say, um, to do a meditation with self-compassion to say, I'm doing my whole effort. So I'm putting my whole effort there. I'm focused of that goal. And from the other side, release the expectation of the result, so that releasing expectation of the result can give you a release of um, of the things that can deceive you, or to be so perfect that you cannot let that job done. Does it make sense?
Yes. Yes, totally. You know, and I was thinking as you were saying that, that when we release that expectation, the truth is that it's really our expectations that make us so anxious, right? And if we really start thinking that whatever comes out, if we put the effort forward, it's still going to be worthwhile. It's going to be an experience. It's probably going to be a lesson. And if everything goes as planned, it's probably going to be the results that we want. But even if the results are not the ones we want, we are still going to get something back. So might as well put the effort, in. And we worry so much about what that result is going to be that we don't move forward. We just stay there.
Yeah.
Yes, aligning with what Virginia was saying, we have expectations for big issues of our life, but also our life runs, as you say, Anissa, from the present. So the daily troubles that we face are the ones sometimes they are so distressful. And I would like to say what happened a couple of minutes before we started. We couldn't go live because of a technical problem, and we are recording now, and that was extremely, it creates anxious, it was extremely stressful, because it's not what fit the expectation. And now, Anissa, as you always done, you are putting us on a point of balance, thinking of what we are right now contributing right now. So we are so grateful for all you have done during this year with us, all this work, and now today that it was so especially stressful. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. I'm honored to be here. And even that's a very good example. Even with that, a little bit of a spice of self-compassion, I believe that can help, because you cannot change the situation. We couldn't connect. We couldn't connect. So we couldn't change that by just realizing, okay, I need space for myself. I'm fine. I have done my best, and put that self-compassion there. You will see that immediately your mood and energy change. It helps for me. So self-compassion is one of my favorite meditation that I have. So that gives me energy to put the efforts on my goals, um, and be centered and be focused from one side, and from the other side, if the results are not as we plan, because we say that we plan and then universe has another plan, of course. So we do not get so much disappointed to say, just leave it, next time we do not have any meditation together because it didn't work. So that's about self-compassion. I don't know, Shirley, if you have any comment about that, or if you
Yes,
like the
I
idea
do.
of
Yes, I
that.
do. I love that you talked about self compassion and also taking little breaks, particularly when we feel that stress surfacing to such a level that we're losing our cool, and that our inner peace is being tipped over. And actually, in my own training, we call that releasing the brakes, dealing with that perfectionism, and also just feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And I think what you were talking about using that self compassion meditation to help us, find that middle ground or that balance is actually really getting us back to our inner child. Because as you guys were talking about all these beautiful thoughts, what I saw myself or felt was that inner child telling myself, if this didn't work out, then move on to something else. As a child, you wouldn't care because you're just so busy experiencing life that we don't ruminate over one little setback. So I think what you were able to bring me back to in terms of my inner thought is that going back to that inner child. So I would love to actually do more meditations that would take me back to my inner child.
Yeah, yeah, that's beautiful what you have said. The children, they don't mind. They just play over and over, right? And that's the beauty of things because they live in present moment. That's the secret, right? They do not have so much memories. They do not worry about tomorrow, so they live in the present moment. That's very nice what you have said, Shirley. And this first step, of course, it's about ourselves, but it's gonna impact with who we come across our path, right? Because if we are more calm and we are not really ruminating and puzzling in our mind, so we can listen better at the other person. We can listen better our needs, and we can communicate them better also to the other people. So this again, the concept of meditation is not just sitting somewhere, it's about the whole life. The second point that I have is about noticing. So, uh, where we put our attention and focus, that becomes our life. Just imagining again that we have so many thoughts during the day, and the science present that by normal person, 95% of them are unconscious. So imagine if we get even 5 of them conscious. So to say, I would like to put my focus there, or I would like to give attention or to be mindful what is going in my mind, what are the thoughts that I'm generating. And if we notice they're not thoughts that you would like or they do not serve us, then we can replace them. So that's the second thing, that's the second point. Observe where we put our focus and our attention. Which news do we want to read, how we would like to feed our mind. um, so it's like a garden, right? And it depends on us. Mostly what we would like to put in it. Of course, we're living in a planet, in a universe, and there's so many information, and we have a certain, let's say, um, control of what we would like really to have them. Um, what if you ask me, okay, what can I do? It's again observation and being the present with different methods that you can start little by little train it, or you can do a daily affirmation training for yourself to say, for example, this morning I just woke up and in my mind was peace and harmony. So I said, okay, whatever I do today, may peace and harmony will be with me. You can use what comes to you intentionally, or you can choose something that you would like to work on it for a month or a week, and then daily you can repeat that. Not a repetition that doesn't have anything behind, but something really heartily to say, okay, this month is a month of peace and harmony, or this month is a month of self-compassion. Whatever I do, I put my whole effort there, and at the same time I'm kind to myself. So you can repeat that during your daily life. Please interrupt me
Yes,
if you like
I
to say anything.
thank you, Anissa. You know, I when you were saying that, I was just thinking something that I learned maybe like 3 or 4 years ago, and that really helped me a lot was a Reiki master told me one day that our mind is abstract and it believes what we tell it, right? And that our brain is what's always working. Our brain is always working, it's always on, and it exacerbates and it gets a lot more anxious when you are feeding more, you know, all your worries and all your stress into it. But that the mind, and we have the power over the mind because it is abstract, and we can actually start telling it something different and really choosing those thoughts, you know, that we were talking about. So many of us wake up in the morning and the first thing we do is grab a cell phone, you know, and immediately we allow that exterior world to come in with all the anxiety and all the issues and all the problems. And many times, like you said, it's really leave the phone where it is and acknowledge that you woke up, that you're alive, that you're breathing, that you're healthy, and that you're present and that you're there. And that's just a little shift of the mind, but it really causes such incredible effect on who we are and how we will operate in the rest of our day. So it's just taking care of that garden, like you said, and really making sure that we are allowing our flowers to bloom in the right love.
Absolutely, Virginia. Did you want to add something, Shirley?
No, I mean, Virginia hit the nail on the head. Very much. Yeah. Get the beginning right, and it's kind of leads the way, for the rest of the day to just, whenever we derail, we just think about, hey, wait. I set this intention.
Hmm.
Go
Hmm.
back to it.
Right.
That's
I,
true.
I have a question for Anissa, Virginia. May I?
Yeah, sure.
Anissa, do you think, and for the rest, do you think that because meditation came from ancient times, and but do you think that we have to apply the same? Because when we are talking about technology, it's supposed that we need to adapt all our traditions to the new technology. So do you think that that means that we need to change something, that the meditation should be shorter, faster, or have to be adapted on some way to be different for the present centuries of super technology?
Mhm. That's a good question, Maria. Thank you. You know, there are so many type of meditations, so many, and some of them you just need 10 minutes per day, and some of them you can do it even when you're in a bus, in a train. You do not need to be somewhere by yourself. So I believe that it's important that there is that desire, personal desire to learn about it, and then you find the meditation that is more suitable for you. And look at here, now we are using technology to talk about meditation. So I believe that it has been already kind of adopted. I teach meditation online. I believe you organize loads of well-being events online. So we have already adopted ourselves with meditation. And again, meditation is it's not about sitting, or it's a way of life, right? You can do a walk meditation, so you can go for hiking and do walk meditation. You can paint and meditate. And what I put here as a third point is about gratitude. Um, so if you can use it as a meditation, you can put a name of meditation. Yeah, I'm doing gratitude meditation, or you can say I'm doing I'm doing a great gratitude practice or affirmation. So you can put the name of meditation in many different point practices, let's say, as well. Was it helpful, Maria? Hmm? So the third point that I put here is I put gratitude is like a hot chocolate in a cold weather.
Hmm.
So many times that we really feel with our hearts cold and hopeless, by bringing, and even, in this time of the year, I believe that I have been many years, far from the family, and I didn't have my family, and I was alone. So this part of year was one of the hardest part for me, because everyone has went home, and I was totally alone for myself, like for 2 3 weeks. So I know that these moments can come, and I know that there are many people that in this time can, you know, be alone. So what of the nice practices that can be done, um, is practicing of gratitude and focusing on what you have and what you're grateful for, and that's really can change your mood, change your vibes, and reduce the stress. So scientifically, it has been shown that it can reduce our stress if we focus on gratitude. It's a real gratitude that you can feel it in your heart to say, "Oh, I have a warm home to live in," or whatever that you have in this moment in your life to mention it. I like to go to point 4, and then if you have anything, we can come back here. And this point is about the worthiness and your uniqueness. So we are talking about the things that you might like to develop it, or to focus on it from now and bring it to the next year. And I thought it's very important that everyone realize the uniqueness. And when we know that we are unique, we do not let others to drag us down, or to put us in energy that we do not want. And at the same time, maybe we like to set boundaries. So I thought this is important as well, because that can be so many um, celebration, or so many things, and so many suggestions that come to us. So and I believe that having this thought that we can choose, and we can set boundaries, can save us loads of energy. I don't know if you like to add
I
something.
Yes, I love what you're saying, and I love the fact when you say that we should embrace our uniqueness, right? Because what makes us unique is really where our power lies. And many times we want to be like everybody else. We want to fit in so bad. And then when we realize that we're not cut out of the same scissors, right, or the same mold, we start to feel inadequate. We start to feel alienated. So when we really learn to embrace who we were meant to be and what makes us different, I think, like you say, it really brings a certain calm and protection to who we are, and it's a new appreciation. And I have to say that all my life I have pretty much been very different from a lot of people. And I really, and I've talked about my mother and her wisdom before, because she always said the fact that you think different, the fact that you learn different, because I had ADD, right? I have ADD. The fact that you learn differently makes you super. It's a superpower. So for many, many years, people knew that I had a diagnosis, and they would tell her like, "Oh my God, you have ADD." And I would always say, "Yes, and that is what makes me special." So I grew up thinking that what made me different and made me unique, and I was able to really navigate really deep waters where I think I've met other friends and other people that haven't been able to be as successful with that. And I have to say that I thank my mother, because she taught me that you have to embrace that unique power that you have.
Yes, absolutely. That's a fantastic example that you brought up there, Virginia. Shelley or Maria, any insight?
Um, on my door, actually, my bathroom door, is a plaque that says "Be Yourself." And I coach a lot of teenagers and children, and I keep hearing these, "Oh, I'm too fat, and I'm not thin enough, or I'm not like that person, I'm not meeting all these expectations." And so your point is really important we have a responsibility of letting every girl in the world know, letting all our girlfriends know, and also really keep reminding ourselves every day that we are lucky being who we are. And whatever it is, whether it's ADD or in my case ADHD or whatever it is, those labels are just a little label. And if we can put a label on, we can also take it off. So I guess that would be an incredible meditation, right? To just be formless and attachment free, judgment free. That kind of meditation should, be taught at schools everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely true. Absolutely true. During the life, absolutely. I have three other points that I want just to hit them and then go to the meditation. Forgiveness and take out the drama. I believe I have seen by myself and I've seen with many clients and people around that forgiveness is a big topic. That even we do not realize why certain things are happening or why we do have certain patterns. And when you dig into that, you will see there is forgiveness there. There is the things that we didn't forgive about ourselves or we didn't forgive about other people and we are carrying them. And of course, if we do not go there and clean it there, it's gonna stay and layer by layer we come on the top of that. And then at a certain point, you realize even that's not mine. That's not my drama. That's not me. So they're the things that we are carrying without knowing. So I think it's a good practice to see, to eliminate the drama of our life, especially the drama of other people, to say it's not me, and again realize it if someone does something wrong to us, because it can be because we are human being, to realizing and say, ah, I do wrong things as well, and we all do, right? And we go on. Everyone does it. It's life. I have learned my lesson. We are soul in this world. We go on. So that realization, it can be sometimes very difficult. I agree with that. And from other side, knowing that, okay, I'm in the process of forgiveness with self-compassion. So if we see that forgiveness is not happening today, we are not going to so dig into that we feel bad. I couldn't forgive.
Right.
So we know that we are going to do it with self-compassion. We know that sometimes it's difficult, sometimes the pain is big, but that knowledge to say, okay, my intention is there to make myself and the other person free and forgive. So may my next year will be more lighter because I'm taking off some, some weight from my shoulder. That was the fifth point that I wanted to tap into that. And I still have two, and then I let they um, let to you, Virginia, Maria, and Shelley. I thought maybe again this time of the year, many people have looking for something to do because they are maybe alone or maybe they're even with family. Creativity. Find something that you like to do, because if you do that, you feel in a flow, and by
Hmm.
doing that, you can create really joy and happiness. You can do gardening. You can do um, you can paint. You can cook. Tap into your creativity and see what you like to do, because that can make you extremely happy. If you can use your hands, it's even better, because science shown that once your head, your eyes, and your hands are doing something all together, you're gonna really feel in a state of flow, and you're gonna reduce the anxiety. That was my sixth point that I really wanted to bring for you here today.
I think there
And
was. Go ahead.
yes,
No, go ahead, go
Let
ahead, go
me
ahead.
go to the last point and then I'll leave it here. And the seventh point is what we are doing here. Find the right community for you. Again, in this era, in this world, fast paced, and now with the pandemic and everything, um, that can be maybe we cannot go to the home and countries and seeing our families. From other side, there are opportunities to find community close to you. And if you say there is nothing close to you, you can find community online with a value, meaningful communities online, because they exist and we see it here. Find a study group or meditation group or walking group, because the power that community gives to you, it's gonna cheer you up. Of course, it should be a community that is aligned with your values. You're gonna share, you're gonna talk, and you're gonna touch the common humanity. So it's gonna let you to be more strong wherever you're gonna go. They were my 7 points.
I think they were wonderful. Thank you so much, Anissa, because they're really simple to do. You don't have to go out and invest or spend or become. They're really, really innate. And I love the fact, I think creating community is so healthy. But I think it also cures a lot of the things that we feel are loneliness is a sad thing. You know, being alone is not the same as being lonely. And a lot of times we can be with a lot of people and feel completely lonely because they don't get us, because they don't appreciate us. And many times we're putting all our value of ourselves in somebody else. And the moment that we start to forgive whatever anybody did or whatever I think I brought to somebody, we, when we eliminate the drama is only good when you watch it on TV. Otherwise, it doesn't do anybody any good at all. And how, so many of us have friends that you love them, but whenever they come into your life, they bring all their drama. And when you're done, you're so drained and you love them anyways and you forgive them for that because you're like, okay, but you have to learn that drama is not good for you or for them or for anyone. So I love the fact that forgive and let the drama go, and to flow in the things that we love. you know um, your passion is really the gift that has been given to you. And many times we don't even celebrate our passion. We don't really move with our passion. And when we really find something that moves us, let's do more of that, because it's really going to bring us to a good place. And it's really going to help us with our self esteem, with our self compassion, because we're moving with love. So I loved all your points. And I think they're really going to help us move towards 2022. Shirley.
Well, you have said it so well. I know that we need to have some time for that meditation we're all waiting for. But I just want to kind of echo what you were saying, Anissa, because you are living in a foreign land, as an outsider. And I have experienced that for at least half of my life. So I totally understand that. And it's only really in the last couple of years that I found that inner peace, that without anybody around me, that I still feel like I have the whole world around me. And that is, like you said, that self-compassion, that love, because everything around us is sending a loving vibration. So if we are love itself, then we will be in tune with everything that is love. So I think that is a very great lesson to learn. When we are loved, then we don't need someone else to give us love. And everywhere around us will be different tokens of love. We just have to be vibrating in the same frequency with them.
I agree completely. Matt, I don't know if you want to add something, or we can go and pass it over to Anissa so we can go to our meditation practice.
Yes, yes, please go to the meditation.
Thank you. I want to propose something different with the open eyes. So we see that we should not close always our eyes for
Wow.
meditating. So I would like to propose that we do something. Um, yeah, let's practice it. So it's important that we are comfortable. We can do it, practicing it, even if you're walking in the street. Sometimes, if you desire, I do it, and I really like it. Especially if I think that I need some love, as Shelley said, I do it to receive love as well. So maybe we can, maybe you can put me, Virginia, with you as well, so I can see your faces. Um, if you would like to make my picture smaller and put with you, that's fantastic. Yes, that's what I wanted. So just let's take a deep breath. You can take it through your nose. Then slowly release it. And then consciously you can bring your focus to your heart area, or you can put your hand on your heart. That give us the opportunity to connect to our heart. And we can start to breathing a little bit deeper and slower than usual, without pushing anything, just very fluid with. If you're doing it by yourself in a room, you can imagine your loved one present in the room. You can imagine friends or whoever. I focus on our friends here, and I focus on the planet as well. So connect with the energy of your heart. While you're breathing a little bit slower and deeper than usual. And maybe you like to bring love to your heart. You can think on an event or someone that you love, or whatever that present love to you. It can be a flower, whatever that love means to you. It can be nature, something that allow you to experience love in your heart. And once you have it, you can breathe into that and let that energy really goes everywhere in your body. To relax you. And when you feel ready, you can kind of radiate that energy to the other people that are in the room with you, or now with the friends that are in this meditation with us, or who are gonna watch it. Or if you like, you can radiate this loving energy to the whole planet. And as it's suitable for you, if you wish more love for you, for your life, you can wish the same for other people that are there for you. Or if you're doing it as walking in the street, you can practicing while you're just walking and wishing everyone that comes close to you lots of love, real love, true love in life, the love that can heal. And you can see the love energy as a pink or gold. And as we are radiating that energy and wishing that for other people, we are receiving a lot. And that's my favorite, very simple and powerful meditation when it comes to this time of year as well. We don't know other people, what they're going through in life. So it's in my mind when I walk in the street and I see many people around. So just imagine if we all practice that, how the street and city and planet will change. So we are wishing for the other people healing and love in their life. May we be all blessed with true love and true joy. And thank you, Virginia, Shelley, and Maria for being there.
Thank you, Anissa.
Thank you so much, Anissa. It's proven that the guided meditation is not the same as as we do it alone without guidance. For me, it's proven that in a few minutes I could get into harmony. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. If you haven't been done that as a walking practice, I'm very curious and wondering. So if you do it during this day, I'll be happy to hearing back from you how the practice or how the experience have been done.
And the truth is, I have to say that let's embrace 2022 and say goodbye to 2021 with true love. I love that idea. True love, the simplest form, and really give in, but with all our love and all our heart, and realizing all the gifts that we just discovered today with your 7 points. Truly, what we did was really discover who we are, appreciate who we are, and give our love freely. So, thank you so much, Anissa, for being with us this entire year. Shirley, thank you for joining. And Maria, thank you for giving me the opportunity and bringing this to other people. Like you said, guided meditation, a lot of people need that extra direction, because we're all over. So, Anissa, thank you for everything you do.
And I would like to add, Virginia, that you have been our moderator for all this year. And Anissa was our leader in meditation. You were our leader on moderation, and with all your contributions, so enriched. And Shirley, it would be good opportunity to say that she told us when we invite her that she was not very fond about meditation. So, and she was absolutely fantastic for all she have brought, because she brought not the technique of meditation, she brought her heart to this space.
Absolutely.
Also, Shreya that was not able to make it, but we hope, Anissa, that we will have all of us together for next year.
Yes.
Thank you to all.
In that note, goodbye.
Thank you so much.
Take care,
Thank
everybody.
you.